It's Enryu. So in a game like this, you're probably wondering how I got here. But you know what? It's okay. I'll teach you how to carry a game where your entire team is pretty much just inting and you're getting either perma-ganked or you're getting team gap somewhere, right? So right there, my Darius got me killed because he was standing right in front of me, and maybe I could have flashed a Bard Q, but unfortunate things happen. But the story of this game, as you can see so far, Victor is losing 0-1, Darius 1-4, KO 0-4, right? Only me and Blitzcrank are basically winning lane. So that's to be expected. Some games are just like this. It's completely fine. You'll see that we just got GP ulted and we just got Lux roamed on. And we probably could have outplayed it. I didn't play my best because I probably could have flashed the Bard Q and probably end up killing two of them. It's just that like Bard Q is one of those spells where you're not completely in control of whether or not you are hit or not through a teammate, right? So I kind of didn't go in expecting to use my flash, but I should have. Regardless, games like this, easily winnable. I'll teach you exactly how. So obviously we have a lead. That is to say, the very least, we are a win con, right? However, with these three champions who are all good into me, they're all fed. So this game is going to be a lot harder than it needs to be. And it's just Blitzcrank and me who are doing well. So Blitzcrank looks to find an opportunity here. One hook hits, maybe. Okay, he flashes that, so we don't actually end up getting a kill. I lose the cannon. For his flash, I guess it's alright as long as we capitalize on that. But we need to remember now, Bear's flash is in about 4 minutes, right? Given that he has Cosmic Insight, obviously I'm not doing like the exact measurements, and I don't expect anyone to do the exact ones either, unless you are just very, very hardworking and you like love the LP that much. Which honestly, that is very, very respectful. I always respect people who time sums, but for me, I am rather lazy, so I'm gonna do this the lazy way and just say he has flash in about 4 minutes. So that's about like 15 minutes-ish. So as long as we can make a play on him before that, then I will say it is completely fine. Right, we have 4 minutes to make one play. I think that is very reasonable. Auto's here, I don't know why. He probably tried to get us in the ultimate so that he could kill us afterwards. But, okay, we just got TP'd on by their Lux. Gonna have to be careful here with the Bard stun. There we are, however, CC'd. Outplayed that. We do get a Victor TP in, so, good for us. But we did do a pretty good outplay on them there, I would say. Alright, so, I mean, the reasoning right there was to try and avoid the Bard stun as much as possible. And, if we can't avoid it, then we'll just wait for it to be over, then ult both of them. And then I eat out of the Varus's, like kind of like normal range, like I eat behind him so that if he shoots an arrow just in case, I might just be able to dodge it. Regardless, that was like decent positioning there, and we played that fight well. So we got GP ulted again. Lux TP'd on us this time to roam, but we still managed to survive. Let's get out of here now. I think I overstayed a little bit. We almost got punished for it, but good thing we didn't. I just greeted for the wave when I didn't need to. That wasn't very necessary. And right here, don't even look back. Just say goodbye to this, brother. Don't even look back. We have no mana. We can't fight. In games like these, where it's like close or you're losing, you have to be very, very decisive. You can't really waste any time, right? And we're gonna buy LDR second because even though we are fed, relatively speaking, we are behind the curve, right? Because these three champions are fed. Their bot already has a dead man's plate. If we don't go some armor penetration, we're actually not going to be able to do damage later on. That's just how Nilah works as a champion, since her base stats are very low. So we're going to buy this LDR here. Keep in mind, Varus does not have flash. We have cleanse, so if he ults us, we can definitely just kill him. So he's very far from the turret. I'm just going to use my cleanse here, and I'm going to use my W. Do I really want to flash for it? Not really. I could just possibly wait 6 seconds. So we're kind of catching up to him. Does he have... Okay, he has 369. Okay, at the end of the day, we can't catch up to him. That's unfortunate. He has... I guess like he has more movement speed than he should, even though he doesn't have tier 2 boots. Alright, that was a good try. Couldn't capitalize on that. It is what it is. Sometimes you make a mistake like I just did right there. I overestimated myself, but it's fine. So Varus is going to come out of base. I have my Blitzcrank with me. I'm just going to, I can hope that Blitzcrank hits a hook here. He shouldn't have cleanse still, so everything could be salvageable. Now that we see Bard here, we gotta back off. And Lux is missing as well. I can only imagine that she's heading down in some capacity. So no rush here, right? We do want this turret. Ideally, I get a tier 2 turret by myself. If I share with Blitzcrank, it's kind of unfortunate because I do want all the gold. So honestly, it's not a bad thing that we didn't end up getting the turret here. Darius steals 2 CS from us. Not ideal. But at the end of the day, we want the LP. So we're not going to say anything, right? We got to be positive. If you notice already, I already muted everyone. I need to focus on my own in a game state like this. So I don't want to really listen to my 06 top or 2-4 jungle like type to each other, which they most likely are. Now 07. So I'm going to focus on my own game here. So my goal is to recall with an LDR, right? I don't need Mortal here. Actually, this is pretty good for baiting. Like, the Bard kind of baited his... Okay, I gotta stay with Blitzcrank here. Oh, I'm dead. Okay, that's very unfortunate. Okay, well, Bard flashed her, I'm pretty sure. And then Kha'Zix is fed, so... I mean, nothing we can do. We tried our best there. It's just that we didn't have an item, so we didn't do much damage. That's fine. 1 or 2 deaths happens, it's okay. The point here is we gotta think constantly about what to do in games like this. We can't really have like a autopilot on. So the way I see this game is we can only win if I get a lot of gold in a very short period of time, because we kind of need to get fed before our KO goes 0-10 and our GP is like 3 items or something, the Kha'Zix is 3 items, and it's very hard for me to play. I kind of have to like up my pace in order to keep up, if you know what I mean. So this one right here, gold injection, that's like 800 gold. If I get 1 kill here, that's another like 200-300, and the faster I get to my 3rd item, the better. So my goal here is to somehow steal this tier 2 tower from the enemies, right? And this strategy works out quite well, at least below Masters, because the enemies kind of just like tunnel vision on kills or plays maybe. So right now is a bad time because drag is spawning, right? You always have to look at objective timers when you do something like this, where you try to like steal a tier 2 turret for gold. Look at the objective, 40 seconds, right? Can we fight this? Most likely not, because our entire team is behind. So we're going to want to farm and kind of just like be on the down low when this all happens. And after they get dragon and maybe they walk top, maybe they do something else, you know, we can try to get this tier 2 tower. We can sneak it in. But for now, just lay low, right? Get this farm and just recall or do something else. Don't die, don't get caught. And that's pretty much our goal right now in the next minute or 2. Do we want to fight this? No, we should just ping our teammates off. Don't do that. You know, it's just don't even look at it. We're not going to win this fight. Okay, they are fighting, so I'm going to stay and see what's up. Maybe there's an opportunity. I'm being very, very reserved right here, like conservative. If there's an opportunity, I'll go, but there doesn't look like there is. Okay, maybe now if Kha'Zix jumps in. Okay, he doesn't jump in. We're just going to back off. 1 for 1, it is what it is. Go back to farming, right? The wave is right here for me. And then now, let's just look to recall. Because after they do this bot dragon here, they will come for us. So we don't want to be here at all. I am just going to buy... I think I should probably buy shield bow, honestly. I'm going to buy this. And they're still defending it. The GP ulted. He's probably dead to Kha'Zix here still. I'd be really surprised if he wasn't. Alright, he's dead. So, okay, they just made a good play on our mid lane. They got a turret and 2 kills. Now, KO's new score is 0 and 8. So now Varus has flash, for sure. Yeah, I think he's... Yeah, there's a ward here. I want this cannon, though, so I'm willing to just take his arrow to the face. Alright, so back to farming, right? Back to square 1. Teammates are still, you know, very... Okay, well, this guy is... Yeah, we're gonna kill him right here. Anyways, this guy is kind of caught. I must kill him here if I want the tower, which is our goal, right? That we said earlier. It's a huge gold injection, and I do have a wave here, so I'm willing to die for this tower because it's 800 gold. And there are no objectives right now. Like, you see, these two aren't up. Like, Otacon isn't up either. Free 700 gold right here. I misspoke before when I said 800. I was over exaggerating. Sorry for the scam, but 700 gold plus whatever the Varus kill gold was, which was like, how much was he worth? Like 200, I think, 300. That's like about 1,000 gold. I just recalled and I came back out and I generated 1,700 gold in my inventory, right? That's pretty good. I might die here, but at the end of the day, that's okay. Actually, it's not okay. I'm gonna back off a bit more just so I don't die. Like in case they check this bush while I'm recalling. So at 180 CS, you see we've been keeping up in CS. We now got this tier 2 turret, so we accomplished our short-term goal, I should say, for gold. And even though I just recalled not too long ago, I now have enough for my third item. So that's kind of like the power of minding your own business and just not worrying about your team, right? You see, like, my KO's 08, my Darius is 2-6, it's whatever. I just mute them, I just play the game. And this is what it usually takes to do if you want to rise way above your elo, right? Like climb really, really fast. You have to focus up. And I'm on my way for KO here. Maybe she survives with ult. I don't really know, but I could definitely do some damage here. Okay, so GP flashes, and I get 800 gold, right? So you might think like, okay, it's just lucky he flashed after KO, right, when she's 0-8, but I purposely came top because there's nothing to take bot. So the only opportunity is top lane, right? I'm not going mid. Mid is a very suffocating place to be because I have no range as Nilah. I go top here. I get 800 gold. I just generated this again, by the way, after recalling. Like, I'm quite literally generating gold. And while they fight bot lane, I'm just taking this turret. And more than likely, I will be taking the tier 2 turret as well, or close to getting it, right? So I just changed my objectives from bot tier 2 to top tier 2. Why? That's another 700 gold that we can inject into ourselves. And they're still fighting bot here. We're minding our own business, right? Like, we're still participating in the game, but we're minding our own business. Whatever happens here happens there. We don't really worry about that. Another 700 gold. And then more from this as well, right? Minion waves, they mean a lot. So GP is bot lane. Let's look at what's happening here. Is Lux TPing? Alright, Lux is TPing. So we just pulled her out of the fight, despite not being in the fight. So you see what I mean by minding your own business? It actually works every single time when you're trying to climb. At least below Master Tier or Grandmaster Tier, right? Where the fights are less coordinated, right? Players aren't, as good at macro. You can do this every time. This will probably work like, I would say like 70% of the time, where you just mind your own business and it's just free LP. So again, back to our business. Whatever they do right there doesn't matter to us. Why? There's no Baron, there's no Elder. It's not like a huge risk. People can get Autocon, they can get Rift Herald, they can get like 2 dragons in below Master games. It doesn't really matter. Even in Master 2 games as well. Those aren't game-ending objectives. However, if you don't get gold, then you will never be able to actually fight anything meaningful. So you see how we started off with 2 dragons? That kind of made sure that the enemy can't get a soul, they can't get an Elder Dragon before 30 minutes. So we have time. Time is on our side. So we can be patient. Now, for me right here, most likely I will go Death Stance because I don't want to get one shot. Right? I could buy an IE after, but after like these items, I should buy Death Stance. Death Stance pairs really well with Shield Bow, and I already have damage, so I need a little bit more survivability against this comp who is like full of burst actually. So we're gonna walk bot here, looking for a GP kill, and now we can participate in dragon fights because we are 4 items. And do notice that the enemy Varus has only 2. Enemy Lux only 2. Even as fed as their Kha'Zix, he only has 3. And we generated gold by not participating in fights and just making picks and taking turrets and farming. And we have a full item over their strongest member. I'm gonna ping right here. Their GP looks a little caught off here, so I'm gonna walk. Okay. That's 1 free kill, which means that we could take this dragon. Okay, there's someone here. At the corner of my eye, I saw a Lux. Alrighty. So let's not play for the kills here. I'm gonna ping him back. I don't even know if they can see my pings because I muted myself. Maybe they can still. Okay, that's unlucky. I mean, I saw that 1 HP, so I mean, I kind of saw it coming. It is what it is. So the enemies now have 2 dragons, and it's 2-2, which honestly isn't that bad because they're so far away from Soul, and I will only get stronger, and I have all my sums, right? So, it's okay, just a minor setback. It'd be really nice though if we could get Cloud Soul on the next dragon, like if we had 3, but it's fine. Not game ending by any means. Now to focus up, what is our next objective? Well, we already took all the inner turrets. We have no more gold to generate around the map besides farm. So now is the time where we can start actively looking for fights because there are now less priority objectives that we can take. And we need to actually start getting stuff like barons and dragons. So no longer will I split as a main priority, is what I'm trying to say. Looks to be a fight right here. We're looking at the map to make sure. Okay, Darius is just dead. 2809. You know, this game is still a lot closer than it is though, because the enemies seemingly just have no way to win somehow, right? So I'm gonna ult here. Okay, she flashed. I'm not gonna flash after her here. I'm just gonna cleanse that. To dodge the Varus arrow and everything, I just flash on the Lux. Okay, that's another one. Ooh, that hurts actually. That's gonna hurt. I gotta back off for a bit, wait for my W. My shield bow popped from minions, that's pretty unfortunate. Okay, did we just get out here for free, baby? Okay, it looks like we're out for free. No, I'm not gonna go for anything crazy. Again, on this recall, I can back. It's like I'm generating gold, right? This is just like a formula. And do I need IE here? Not really. I do have enough damage. I need a little bit more sustain, right? Bloodthirster to close out the build normally. Sometimes you go IE. I really don't think IE is a necessary champion on Nilah just because she has enough damage at 4 items where she's already scaled. So I tend to just not go for IE in most games. Especially in a game like this where I need to carry, I kind of need the most survivable as possible. Which tends to be these 3 items. Shield Bow, Death Stance, and the Bloodthirster. I haven't finished Boots because there has not been like a big urge to finish it. Like I kind of just have full items every time I base, and you kind of see the reasons why, right? I just focus on my economy, which I should be doing IRL as well because my IRL economy is kind of in shambles. But regardless, we're doing Baron here. I'm like basically full build. I'm very strong. I could just solo Baron if I wanted to. Like if I really want to, I can solo Baron, but that would take too long. Also, there's a fight here. I did not expect that. Oh. And now we need to like recalibrate real quick. Is this fight winning for us? I think it is, but it's like very, very weird. Oh, anyone? Alright, we just got one shot because we have no sums and no one really wanted to help us. We got hit by Varus ult. Honestly, that's my bad. So this is like a classic Baron throw where your teammates get Baron and then they all die. And like technically it is my fault, so you know, I'm not gonna say anything. This one's on me. I did make a pretty big mistake there, just getting caught. Like I was looking at the fight and I was like, maybe I can get something, but I shouldn't be doing that without sums, right? This is like the first big mistake I made this game so far. So I gotta think about that again, like reflect on it and be like, okay, I can't do that anymore. If I don't have my sums, I should never take a fight with my team because I know my teammates are behind, right? No one on this team is doing damage except me, so if I don't have sums and I can't get on to the enemy, I should never follow them to go in. Right there, I was kind of like coin flipping, right? Coin flipping whether the enemies would look at me or not, something like that, and it didn't work out. So, I think they have a lot of slows, right? I think I should just take Swifty Boots here. Basically, every single champion on the team has a slow, so I'm just going to use Swifty Boots as a means to carry the game. Now you might ask, like, you know, why not Merc Treads, right? I'm not gonna get one shot by Lux if I can hit anyone because I have Bloodthirster, Shield Bow, and I already have Death Stance. So defensive items, I already have enough. I lack a little bit of movement because I don't have Ghost this game, and if these guys are getting caught right here, I gotta split with KO. I'm gonna be honest. If I'm getting this third drag doesn't mean much. I have Flash in 40. You know, if my teammates are already caught, I don't want to go. They can do what they want, right? They're still chasing, by the way. Lux is recalled, but only Lux is defending. So I can most likely get a turret here, right? And if Lux starts looking at me, then KO can get a turret as well. Right, so we got inhib. I'm going to start hitting this inhib right here. Okay, now I should probably back off since KO is dead. Honestly, I might just get flanked as well. Kha'Zix is probably soloing that dragon. I'm gonna recall right here. I'm gonna recall and probably buy a red pot. That's what I'm gonna do. If I save enough for Phantom Dancer, I might just sell my Swifties for Phantom Dancers, but we'll see about that. I do need 100% crit probably, but Swifties is also a lot of movement speed, so it's going to be a little bit sketchy. As long as I have Flash, I think I will buy the Phantom Dancer. If I don't have Flash, I probably stick with Swifties here, because Phantom Dancer is guaranteed less movement speed than Swifties. So let's see. Right, on to our next. Okay, I missed a cannon. Sorry. So on to the next game plan. Like the objective, game plan objective for this game. We should prepare for next Baron for sure. We wasted our last Baron because I got caught, so that is my bad. They have a top inhib that is down, and they have a bot inhib that is open. So ideally, someone could go get the bot inhib. That's not me, because if I go, I'll get focused down. They'll just run me down. Right now, we're going to get this mid turret. Gonna leave immediately at any danger, right? And, okay, I'm seeing if I should join this fight. So far, no. Just let the Blitzcrank die. It's okay if he dies. It's only he's 40 seconds, and there's 2 minutes until next objective, so not a big deal. Do I want to be here, though? Honestly, I think I'm okay with that. I'm going to have to flash this, by the way. And then I'm going to have to... I use Cleanse. I don't know why. I think I might have a disease. It was an accident. Also, I lost vision of her, so I had the blue trinket, but... I did not mean to cleanse there. I don't know why I clicked that. I think I just panicked, which is kind of bad. But regardless, we're going to push the top wave here. 3 members dead, only Varus and GP. They could defend 1 lane if they wanted to, but they definitely can't defend 2 lanes of push, if you know what I mean. So if my teammates are pushing mid, I should push top. And while we're waiting, we are waiting for a wave mid. You know, someone's going to get bot inhib. I'm going to walk top here. I could honestly do some damage to this guy, right? Force him to recall so that they can't defend as well. Okay, kill his barrels, hit these Nexus turrets. We should win right here. I would be really surprised if we don't win. Okay, it looks like we do win. So we're going to focus the Nexus here because we love LP. And that's it. That's it for the game. Just like that, winning with a 0-11, 3-9, 2-6 teammate. And, you know, a Blitzcrank. So, hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, please feel free to leave a like and leave a comment down below on anything you like to see in the future. Thank you for watching.